Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded. The British High Commissioner to tour southeastern part of Nigeria strengthens the relationship between the states and the federal government. This is what the British government has decided to embark on. This is the same British government that has been incommunicado. They weren't interested in Nigeria. They were interested in themselves. But all of a sudden, it seems they realized that other nations are beginning to be interested in Nigeria, such as China. And of course, United States has a very huge interest in Nigeria. And right now, there have been a lot of issues as regards cattle herdsmen, bandits, terrorism in Nigeria. And of course, Nigeria wants to break apart. The same contraption that these people were involved in creating the north and the southern part of Nigeria together, that has brought about this. And even the name Nigeria is a disgrace, because names in Africa is very important. Niger area. That is what it means. And nigger is an insult. British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Lehang, has concluded plans to embark on a tour of Imo State, Anambra State, Enugu State from November 5th to 7th. Senior Press and Public Affairs British High Commission Abuja Chris Ogumodede, in a statement in Abuja, said the visit will focus on Nigerians' political settlement, governance, and service delivery. Ogumodede also said the visit will focus on farmer and herders disputes, relations between the state and the federal government, amongst others. During our time in the southeast, Catriona will engage with government officials and civil society groups in the state. Ogumodede said, ahead of the visit, Leang said, I am very much looking forward to this trip to the southeastern part of Nigeria, the first time I'll be visiting the region as British High Commissioner to Nigeria. The southeast is a cradle of culture, education, trade and investment, and I'm excited to get first-hand view of the strides the government and leaders in Imo, Anambra, Enugu are making in the development of their states. Oh wow, this sounds so irritating to me, because it seems these people pose themselves as the father and the mother of Nigeria. Just imagine the amount of professors and educated people we have in Nigeria, and people that have skills that can take Nigeria to the next level. But unfortunately, Nigeria have been a mockery of itself. This woman, sent by the Queen of England, sent by the British monarchy, wants to go round the same place that they conquered. They enslaved, they came back, they colonized, and now they are practicing what they call indirect rule, which is called neocolonization. That is what they are involved in. So some group of people decided to give a voice to this, and I'm going to read out comments. To the British High Commissioner, do not engage in a futile exercise. The British High Commissioner in Nigeria, who is going around Biafra land, meeting the so-called British governors, traditional rulers, civil society groups, Ohanese, and the rest of them, that were imposed on us without our consent, should be on notice that it is an hypocritical move by the Nigerian government. Do not engage in exercise in futility. These people are not representing Biafrans. They did not start the agitation for Biafra. They are not the leaders of Biafra. They are not part of Biafra agitation, and even don't support Biafra freedom. They don't have power over Biafrans. They can't command the mind and will of the people. The people regard them as the greatest enemies. We Biafrans don't know them. Only Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB we know. How can British government come to our land and decide to meet with their own British slaves for a case that is bordering on the indigenous people of Biafra? I have a question for the British government. How many governors and traditional rulers from Eastern region have you ever seen agitating or acting for Biafra? Do not be fooled by these people. This is an act of hatred and racism from British government against the Biafrans, but I would rather use the word hatred for the people of Biafra, not racism. Only IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are leaders and have power to control the people of Eastern region. God bless Biafra and those who genuinely want to fight for freedom. Freedom outside of the contraption called Nigeria. So I see this as an embarrassment. I see this as a shame that the same British people that have done various documentaries about Nigeria, calling them niggers, calling them barbarians, calling them people that do not have ability to govern themselves. Can't you see the shame? Look at Buhari, a fool. I will use that word. He's not a smart person, if that is the best word to use. He's not a smart person, because if Buhari is a smart person, if he's intelligent enough, he would know how to answer questions. He would know how to send the vice president down to the United Nations, UNGA 74, because he's intelligent enough to answer this. The people there require, you require at least a higher level of academics to be able to answer certain questions. He would have stayed in Nigeria to solve what he claimed he was coming for. He didn't tell Nigerians that he would be flying all over the world. He said he was going to fix certain things that Nigerians were interested in him in sorting out of Nigeria. He was going to fix the state of insecurity. He was going to curb corruption. That cannot be done from abroad. He should have stayed in Nigeria. The reason why they got the vice president, I felt, because he is educated, he will be the one running around Nigeria. But unfortunately, this man is blind. In fact, some say he's dead, yet alive. They call him Jubril al-Sudani. What a shame. So the British are here in the hope of moving around Nigeria. Some might think they are trying to bring peace, but the peace is not for the British people to bring. But unfortunately, if these people go, this woman goes around in the hope that they might try to solidify their stronghold on Nigeria again, because they realize that people are agitating to break out of Nigeria. They like the contraption called Nigeria. They created it. It's their own baby. So they like the way things are done in Nigeria. They want the way things are done in Nigeria. Why? After the Amalgamation Act that ended January 1st, 2014, why can't the country break apart and everyone go on their own terms and live their life the way they want it? It is better that way, so that when the southern part of Nigeria goes to United Nations, you will speak your language, then an interpreter will translate what you've said. That is how France, you will never see French, Belgium, and the rest of these countries, you will never see them speak any colonial language. But unfortunately, Africa is like there is a problem in the minds of the leaders that find themselves there. Maybe they select themselves or they are elected or something. Most people occupy that position, they begin to act like a demented person, like as if they are mad. Why is it that they cannot upgrade themselves? Do the needful. Take care of your citizens. When you represent your country out there, represent them. Drag them up. Pull them up and represent them. But unfortunately, what we have criminals. They go out there, they embarrass Nigeria, they talk nonsense. All they're interested in is how much they can get from the same people that colonized them. What a shame. As if Nigeria is not able to take care of their citizens. Nigeria has so much money. Just imagine how much Desiani Madueke stole. Just imagine how much Abacha stole. Imagine how much Patience Jonathan stole. Imagine how much Obasanjo stole. Imagine how much Babangida stole. Imagine how you just mentioned them. Rochas Okorocha, mentioned them. The one that passed on recently. Is it Yanene or what is his name? The one that passed on. All of this guy is the chief of PDP during Obasanjo's time and the rest of them. He has been there. He was a former minister of works. Look at the amount of money that from the north to the south that these people have stolen. Are you saying that this money, if it was kept in the system, Nigeria will not be better than what it is? Nigeria should be a country that will compete with the Western world. In fact, more than them. But unfortunately, do you know that back in those days, Nigeria could visit United Kingdom, while countries like Bulgaria, Romania cannot. But Nigeria could get in free, visa free, because our passport was so powerful. Do you know that back in those days, people were sending money to their children that were schooling in the United Kingdom because pounds and naira was at the same. But now, look at the nation. What a shame. Now the British would have to come round to tell you what to do. Let me quickly run through the comment section. Yes, someone say, can we embark on a protest to every place she will be going with Biafra flag to tell them that we are not Nigeria and will never be so. The world will see how serious we are. Someone here said, let no one be deceived. She's only going there to try to strengthen and tighten the British colonial grip on our people. They sense that the country will soon break. So they are trying to do anything they can to hinder it from happening. But one thing the British should understand is that we are resolved to leave the evil marriage they forced us into, and there is no amount of their visitation that will change that. The British government and our High Commissioner know very well this time around that they cannot stop the restoration of Biafra or the break of the South from the North. Another one I say, she is going to Southeast where I am surprised we have British High Commissioner here and all these atrocities are going on and they've kept mum all this while. Another one writes, tell the British High Commissioner by the grace of God, most holy, one Yahweh Elohim, that their British company called Nigeria has expired and will not work again as long as these generations of Biafrans are ready. Biafra will break, the South will break from the North. And I want to welcome my commissioner. Please, madam, please endeavor to enter our big market and streets to hear the voice of the masses. Going to government office is not necessary. Don't use jet. Visit the state. Use the road so that you can easily ask questions. Well, who told you that these people do not know? They don't care. They see you as animals anyway. They see you less. They only smile at you because they're only interested in what they need to get from you. And I want to say this visit has an evil agenda and should not be taken easily. The Eastern governors whose position now are wavering is to be fortified with sweet mouth and empty vocabularies while they nod their heads. Why not arrange this visit to those at the grassroots? Those groups who understand the failure of federal government and agitating for equity and fairness. Even the embassy, the British embassy, do not have constant electricity. They have to use generators, plants to power their whatever embassies and places where they live. They don't have constant electricity. They make use of power, diesel. They make use of the same solar. That is how they're able to get electricity. So they know what's happening in Nigeria. So guys, that's what it is. What's your own opinion about this? Drop it at the comment section, and if you're not part of this channel, kindly tap on that subscription button and very importantly the red notification icon bell so you'll be notified whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.